So Neil, that was possibly like a little bit of a tough watch this season. I think it's only fourth time we've had a 0-0, but it's the first time we've been held at home, I believe, since November. What are your thoughts on the match?
I think you just summed it up there. Really, wasn't a classic, was it? You know, it was quite windy within the game. A lot of long balls, a lot of high balls. I think we got drawn in a little bit. You know, they've got obviously a lot of long throws, a lot of big players. We have to defend our box really well, which we did. You know, I'm made up that we've kept them with a clean sheet. They've had a good win in midweek. They always cause you problems physically. We've stood up again, a bit like we did at Peterborough last week. And as I say, you're going to get games like this. You know, this level of football, this stage of the season. You know, both teams coming into today's game, you know, still making sure that they're not going to get relegated. You know, which is a problem in itself. We've been on a great run of form. Alfreton have obviously had a good win in midweek, but before that they were on a run of form which is not the norm for them. Trying to find some confidence. So I'm sure off the back of 2 clean sheets they'll be happy with that in a week. I'm fairly happy that again that we've kept the ball out of our net, and we haven't lost another game of football. You know, we've dug in. Early on in the season, we probably lose that game 1-0 at some stage.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we did early in the season. And you mentioned confidence then. 2 people who may have come out with this with a bit more confidence would be Metcalf and Sloan, who both work very well, especially Sloan, who was getting himself across the field in place of Shaw. How do you think he did today?
Yeah, well, we spoke to Josh on Thursday night. You know, Bailey hasn't had an opportunity yet because Josh has done so well for us. And the back four have been keeping clean sheets and goalkeeper have been keeping clean sheets. But it was always my plan. I spoke to Josh Thursday. You know, Bailey's got to be given an opportunity at some stage. We know Josh is on loan and he's not going to be here with us next season. So we need to have a good look at Bailey. We know Bailey from previous, but we've got to give the lad his opportunity. We've been training really well. His training on Thursday was very good. And to come in after not playing for so long, let's not be, you know, it's not just a spell he had here in terms of him not playing. He didn't play a lot, you know, for a few weeks before that from his time at Farsley. But yeah, I thought he'd done really well. You know, I thought he was going to cramp up, but he never. And he was almost got us the winner with hitting the bar with a great free kick.
I know you wouldn't say it publicly, but mathematically it seems all but 99% sure that we are going to be in the Vanarama National League North next season. Does it give you an opportunity to start planning ahead, or is it still game by game that you're looking towards?
Well, we want to make sure that we finish the season strong. You know, we've been on a great run. You know, I think that's 8 wins, 2 draws and a defeat in the last 11. Something like that, which is a phenomenal run at this level of football from where we've been in the league. We've got some really big games. You know, we've got Scarborough away. You know, that's a real good game. Big football club. Great game for us. We still got Warrington here. Still got to go to Chester, which is another good game. You know, South Shields. You know, and there's somebody else in there.
Chorley, I believe. Yeah.
Chorley, yeah, obviously another, you know, fantastic game for us. So you've got some real good matches to enjoy. As you say, we're all but safe in terms of mathematically. I think it's goals, is it, or something now? What someone just said. But the main thing for me is we keep working hard, we keep doing well, we keep learning. And again, you know, you're going to get games like today. But as I said previously, we went to their place, probably should have got something, lost 1-0. Probably played a lot better than what we have today. So, you know, that's football. That's the pros and cons of football. You know, I could go back to that game, the Brackley game, where we played lots better and got nothing. Today we've not played as well as what we would have liked, but we dug in and we got something out of it.
Thanks a lot, Neil. Thank you.
Cheers.